Hallo und willkommen zu diesem Kapitel. Welcome to this chapter. Here we are going to talk about Aussprache. Aussprache means pronunciation in English. So obviously the German pronunciation, as you have already seen in the alphabet, is very different from the English pronunciation, and we have quite many pronunciation rules which will help you to recognize how to pronounce a word. So in this chapter, you will see like one of the most important pronunciation rules, okay? And please try to repeat the words also that I'm saying, so you get used to the right pronunciation right from the beginning, okay? Because once you adapt to the wrong pronunciation or learn it the wrong way, later on it will be very difficult to get rid of this accent, okay? So I've always had quite many students who were very advanced in the German language, who could understand basically everything, but the pronunciation was a little bit off because they learned it the wrong way right from the beginning, and it was so difficult for them to get rid of this accent that they had, okay? So if you learn it the right way right from the beginning, later on you will have less trouble, okay? So let's have a look at one of the most important pronunciation rules. So here we have SP, ST and SCH, okay? Or SP, ST, SCH in German. So for example, here we have the word der Sport. So all words that start with an SP are pronounced as sp, okay? It's Sport. So we don't say sport, we say Sport. Okay? Whenever you see it at the beginning of a word, der Sport. If you see it at the end of the word, the SP, then the SP is pronounced normal, like sp. Okay, not sp, but just SP. If it's at the end of a word, sometimes, or like actually very often, what we do in the German language is just combine two or more words together. So we have some words that are very long. So if you put two words together, let's say Spielspaß, Spielspaß, it's like the fun of playing, kind of, this is what it means. It would be just one word. So Spielspaß, we would pronounce the SP of Spaß, of the second word, also as Sp, because there are two separate words actually that are put together. If it was like just one word which happens to have SP in the middle of the word, it would be pronounced as a normal SP, like sp. Okay, but whenever it's an own word and it starts with an SP, then it's pronounced as sp. Okay, der Sport. So as you see here, it's a masculine word. This is a masculine article. So don't worry, we will focus on that later on in this course. But just for you to get rid of, to get used, get rid of those those genders in the German language, in the German grammar. But so der Sport, it's masculine, okay, der Sport. Spielen, which means to play, spielen, okay, so no matter whether it's a noun, a verb, or whatever, what kind of a word it is, you always pronounce it as sp if it's at the beginning of the word. Der Spaß is the fun, der Spaß. And then whenever you have an ST at the beginning of a word, you also pronounce it as st. Okay, so here it's der Stuhl, also masculine, okay, der Stuhl. Then we have stehen, to stand, stehen. Okay, it would be good if you could repeat it also, stehen. Du hast. So here you see you have an ST at the end of the word, so you pronounce it the normal way, du hast. In southern Germany we have some dialects where you would pronounce it as hast. Okay, like in the Schwabenland, as we call this region. So you would say du hast, but this is just a dialect. Okay, so like the standard German, or let's say clean German, this is what you are learning in this course. You just pronounce it as du hast. Okay, because we have many dialects in Germany. Like some of even natives don't understand. If you go to, let's say, I'm from Hessen, and if I go to Bavaria and to a little village, in Bavaria, I would hardly understand them actually, because they use their own words. The pronunciation is very different. It's very difficult to understand if they speak like just this dialect, or even like in Switzerland also. The German there is completely different. It's very difficult to understand. Okay, so the standard German that you're learning here, like this is like which is internationally taught, okay, the clean German, let's say. So that's why you just pronounce it as in this case du hast, okay, no hashed or anything like that, okay. So schön is nice or beautiful, schön. Here you have an SCH. It's pronounced exactly the same way as the SH in English, okay, like to shine or so. So it's schön, schön. Das Geräusch. Okay, so no matter whether it's at the beginning of a word, in the middle of the word, or at the end of the word, whenever you have this combination SCH, you pronounce it as sh. Okay, das Geräusch. Die Hausschuhe. So here you have an example of what we like to do in the German language, is putting two or more words together. So die Hausschuhe. The house is das Haus, and Schuhe means the shoes. Die Hausschuhe is the slippers, or house shoes as we call them. Okay, we like to keep the words or the meaning literal, so it's die Hausschuhe, the house shoes as we say. Then the next one, doppelt konsonant and doppelt vokal. Okay, so vokal, vowel, that are the letters A, E, I, O, U, that are vokal, and also the umlauts, the E, Ö, Ü, the letters with the two dots on top of them, that are called vowels or Vokale in German. Und Konsonant, consonants are the rest. All other letters are called Konsonant. Okay, so here in this chapter, or in this slide, we have double consonants and double vowels. So the rules here, if you have a double consonant, like here die Mutter, what you have to do here is to pronounce the vowel right before that very briefly. So it's just die Mutter, okay? So it's not Mutter or so, it's Mutter, very, very short, okay? Die Mutter, the mother. Die Sonne, the same. Here we have a double consonant, so we pronounce the vowel before that, or in front of that, very briefly. Die Sonne, Sonne. Then das Komma, okay, the same. You pronounce the vowel very briefly. Then it's quite the opposite for vowels. If you have a double vowel, then you stretch it. So here it's der Aal, okay, so it's not al, it's der Aal, long A, Aal. Or here, der Saal, okay, der Saal, also stretched. Und der Zoo, der Zoo. Please get used right from the beginning to the German Z, okay, it's very strong. Zoo, der Zoo. Okay, so here a long O also. That's so, but it's basically the same as in English. Here you also say zoo, right? You don't say so or so, so you say zoo. It's the same in German. That's so. Good. Then the next one is IE and EI. Those letters together, those combinations, we have to pronounce the following way. So here, for example, we have der Dieb, the thief. So der Dieb, as you see here, IE, that means that you have to stretch the I. Okay, so it's a long I, der Dieb. So you don't say dip or dip, deep. It's deep. Okay, der Dieb. Kind of like the word deep in English. Yeah, der Dieb. Also the B, it's not pronounced very strong, so it's not deep or so, it's deep. Sounds more like a P at the end. Okay, der Dieb. Die Sympathie. Die Sympathie. Here you also have an IE, so it's a long I. Die Sympathie. Lieben, to love, lieben. Okay, so you don't say lieben or so, it's lieben. The German L is also very soft, right? We have just L. So it's in some languages, like in Russian, it's like very strong. It's a L. In German, it's L. It's very soft. Lieben. Then we have the combination EI, das I here, the egg, das I. So it's pronounced the same as the English I, like I do this and that, right? It's just das I. This is how we pronounce it. No matter whether it's at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a word, just as with IE, we pronounce it as I, leicht. Okay, leicht, that's easy or light, leicht. Und frei, frei is free. Okay, frei. So it's not frei or so, it's I. Okay, frei. Dann die nächste Seite, the next page. Hier haben wir CK und CH. Okay, this is what we have here. So the CK is just pronounced like a normal K basically. It's der Fleck. Okay, der Fleck. Nicken, nicken. Der Sack. Okay, please also learn all the vocabulary that you're seeing here in the charts. Okay, in order to speak a language, you need the tools for that also, and that are the words, right? Because without words, you cannot speak. So use the opportunity here and learn all the vocabulary that you see, because this is all also A1 vocabulary that you need for the A1 level. Okay, so der Sack. It's just a normal K, der Sack. Das Licht, so CH is okay, this is how we pronounce it. It's basically just the air that you push through your teeth or through your mouth. Okay, Licht, Licht. So it's not not the strong H or so, it's Licht. It's very soft, Licht. Die Milch, okay, die Milch. Die Abmachung, die Abmachung. Okay. If there was no C in this case, for example, we would pronounce it as Abmachung. Okay. The H, you would not even hear the H if there was a vowel before that or after that without the C. Okay. It would be just to stretch the vowel. So here we put the C to actually, so you just actually can hear the H. Abmachung. Okay. Then we have CH, so here we pronounce it in different ways. It also depends on the origin of the word. So here, for example, we have das Christentum, so we would pronounce it like a K in this case, Christentum, okay? So we don't say Christentum, especially if it's at the beginning. Here we would pronounce it as a K, Christentum. Then we have here the word die Chance. In this case, it's a French word, so we pronounce it the French way, die Chance. Okay, we don't say Chance or Kanze or anything like that. We say Chance. Okay, because we just pronounce it the French way. Just as here, der Champagner. Okay, it's also French, so we pronounce it the French way, der Champagner. Then here, that chili, here it's pronounced just as in English as a ch, okay, that chili, or or just the Spanish way also, okay, like chico, but here it's like the chili in this case. Then we have chip. So this is an English word, so we also pronounce it the English word. So whenever we have English words in the German language, which we have quite often, Anglizismen we call them, words that we just take from the English language, then we pronounce it the English way. If it's possible, you know. Some people have sometimes difficulties with that, but actually we just pronounce it in the English way. So like here, that chip. Here it's der Chef. In this case, this is a false friend, as we call him. So it's not like the English word, the chef. Okay, chef in German means the boss, der Chef. Okay, so it's not somebody who is cooking or so. It's just the boss at any kind of industry. Okay, so der Chef. Okay, dann die nächste Seite, the next page. Here we have Vokal plus H plus Vokal. So this is what I've just mentioned earlier. So whenever you have a vowel and then comes an H, and also if there is a vowel right after that, the only function of this H is to stretch the vowel. So here, sehen, okay? So we don't say sechen or sehen or so. We don't pronounce the H at all. It just has the function to stretch the E. Okay, sehen, sehen. Okay, don't pronounce the H, please. It's just sehen. Or here, sehr. We have that very often in the German spelling, that we put this H to stretch the vowel. Sehen, sehr in this case. Ihn. Okay, ihn, ihn. So it's just a long I and then an N. Ihn. Dann die nächste Seite. So here the German R. So let's see what this is German R, how to pronounce it. So first of all, we don't pronounce it like in the English language. We don't say R. Okay, there is nothing like that in the German language. So here, whenever you have an R and then you have a vowel right after that, you pronounce it from the throat. So here it's der Rand. So you feel it here vibrating. Rand. Okay, Rand. If you have trouble with that, please practice that, because yeah, I know in many languages that does not exist, this R from the throat. But yeah, this is something typical German, but it's also not that strong, you know, it's Rand, Rand. It's sometimes just like touching it quickly, Rand, okay? So also don't make it too hard, so der Rand. Then here, regnen, to rain, regnen, regnen. Das Rätsel, Rätsel. Maybe you can already try to repeat, okay? Rand, regnen, Rätsel. So it's with the strong R, like R, like the rolling R, like here, Rand. We don't have this, just in a few dialects that exist. But as I said, we just learned standard German here, or Hochdeutsch, as we call it, High German. So this is dialect free. Okay, so it just would be der Rand. Then der Gruß, der Gruß. Okay, Gruß. You can hardly hear it actually, Gruß. Okay? Die Frage, die Frage. Das Praktikum, das Praktikum. Okay? Praktikum. Der Arbeiter. So here we pronounce the R in a different way, because here we have a vowel right before the R, just here and also here. So in those cases, whenever we have a vowel right before the R, we pronounce the R just like an A. You don't hear it actually at all. It's Arbeiter. As you hear, you don't hear any R or anything like that. It's just an A. You basically can exchange it with an A. Arbeiter. Okay, Arbeiter. Das Zimmer. So you can say, if you want, you can say Zimmer, so at the E or and A at the end, Zimmer. You can just say Zimmer, so it would be just like an A at the end, Zimmer. This is how we would pronounce it. Okay, Zimmer. Der Fehler, der Fehler. So you see, it's just pronounced like an A. Der Arbeiter, das Zimmer und der Fehler. Okay, some students of mine always try to make it a little bit more difficult, trying to add this R from the throat or anything like that in this case, because often people think it has to be more difficult than it actually is. So it's really just exchanging it with an A. Okay, Zimmer, Fehler, Arbeiter, that's it. Okay, so don't make it too complicated for yourself. Don't try to add an R or R or anything like that. It's just an A here basically. Dann auf der nächsten Seite die Umlauts, okay? Ä, Ö, Ü. So let's practice that. So here we have die Städte. So it's like an open E. It's a mix of E, a mix between E and A. This die Städte, die Städte. Die Wärme, Wärme. It would be great if you repeat just to practice this a little bit, okay? Die Wärme, Wärme. V, so as you see here, V, Wärme. Die Äpfel, die Äpfel. Das Öl, Öl, okay? Öl. So it goes up, Öl. Die Lösung, böse. Okay, böse. And here, Lüge. So this goes a little bit more down. It's Lüge. Okay, it's not Ö, it's Ü. Goes a little bit down. Maybe that helps. Okay, so die Lüge. Die Füllung. Okay, here, Füllung. Here we have a double consonant. I hope you remember what the rule here is. If you have a double consonant, you pronounce the vowel right before that very briefly, right? Füllung. And Ä, Ö, Ü, they also count as vowels. Okay? Die Füllung. Über, über. So here you see you have an R at the end. Right before that you have a vowel. Do you remember what you have to do here? Just pronounce it like an A. Über. Okay? So not über, über or anything. It's über. Okay? Good. Then the next one. Oi, J, Q, U here, Q, U. So first here we have EU, Deutsch. So we very often have this combination of E and U. So it's oi. Okay, the pronunciation is oi. Okay, let's try that. Deutsch. Deutsch means German. Okay, Deutsch. Here, die Freude, die Freude. Die Leute. Okay, Leute. Heute, heute. And then we have the J, which is pronounced like the English Y. So it's not Julia like in English, it's Julia. Julia. Okay, Julia. Der Januar, here also I. Okay, der Januar. We never pronounce it as the English J, not Julia or so. Der Januar. Or here, Jung. Jung. Okay. As you see, also the words, many words are very similar, so which makes it easier for you to study the German German vocabulary. Then we have QU, die Quelle. Whenever you have a Q and U together, you pronounce it as Kv, like a K and W together, like German W. Kv. Okay, die Quelle. Die Quelle. So we don't say Quelle because many people say Quelle, but it's not Quelle, it's Quelle. Quelle. Okay, die Qualität. So like in English it's quality, but we don't have this in German. Okay, it's Qualität. Qualität and Quantität. Die Quantität, the quantity. Quelle, Qualität, Quantität. Okay, please keep this in mind. And also, as I said before, also it would be great if you could learn the articles and the gender. Okay, to each word. So der, do you remember which gender is der? The article der. This is masculine. Die ist feminine. Okay, die feminine, der masculine, das would be neutral. And die we also use as a plural article. So any words that we have in the plural, so more than just one, no matter whether they are people, objects, no matter which gender this word actually has, whenever you use a plural article, it's always die, the same as the feminine article. Okay, but no worries, we will learn that all in this course. Then we have SZ here. So maybe you remember, like I explained in the last chapter, whenever you have an SZ, all you have to do is to stretch the vowel. Okay, so der Fuß, draußen, grüßen. Okay, very short. It's not Fuß, it's not draußen, it's not grüßen. Okay, it's Fuß, draußen und grüßen. Okay. Good, so it's just pronounced like an S. Then we have Z and S here. So, as I said, the German Z is very strong. Okay, so der Zahn. Okay, make sure you pronounce it very strong. Der Zahn. Der Arzt. Der Arzt. Here we have a vowel and then comes an R. Okay, so in this case we pronounce the R just like an A. Arzt, a long A. Der Arzt. Der Tanz. Der Tanz. Okay. Okay, please practice that. Then whenever we have an S and then comes a vowel after that, like here, it starts with an S and then comes a vowel, we pronounce the S like in the English Z, so it's der Sand, Sand. Okay, so it's not Sand, it's Sand. Der Sand, süß, die Sache. Okay, süß, here you see also an SZ, so you stretch the U-Umlaut here. Süß und die Sache. Okay, der Sand, süß, die Sache. Good. Then, okay, so that was the chapter about the pronunciation. It would be great if you have the chance to listen to some German, maybe on YouTube. There are also a lot of videos, but of course, maybe the radio and so on. I actually have a chapter here in this course, in which you will see many links that will help you to practice more German. So just for you to get used to the pronunciation. Okay. So there are more pronunciation rules, but that are like the most important ones, or the ones that I see with my students that had most trouble with the pronunciation. Okay. So, dann hoffe ich, dass dir das Kapitel gefallen hat. Hope that you like this chapter und wir sehen uns im nächsten. See you in the next chapter. Tschüss.